The golden tip professional language learners and teachers share is to surround yourself with the language you're learning, to immerse into the culture of the language you're learning. Don't wait for the class to study Persian. Just do it while you're watching your favorite TV show, while you're listening to music, or just scrolling your social media feed. And Instagram is probably one of the easiest tools that can help you practice Persian. I'm Katya and I teach Persian language online. And on this channel, I'm sharing tips and tricks about the Persian language that will help you make it easier to master Persian. So don't forget to subscribe to get updates on new videos. And also, I'm sharing some vlogs about life in Tehran. So don't miss out on those videos too. How much time do you spend learning Persian during the week? Maybe once or twice, and I bet it is so hard to go back to your classes and your study just because you have already forgotten the new words and grammar from the previous class. And getting Persian, keeping in touch with Persian every day can really help you avoid that. Social media are a gold mine of content in your target language. And Instagram is probably the most efficient one. Take stories, for example. It's very short daily videos, less than a minute, or just photos with 1 or 2 sentences on it that you need to read. But they will provide you with the needed content for boosting your listening and reading skills on a daily basis. And that will help you to keep your Persian in a really good shape. But don't make a mistake, I'm not talking about those Instagram accounts that actually teach Persian, because they are going to share a bunch of new words or phrases with you, but they're not going to teach you how to use them. They won't provide you any context, and you will forget them maybe like in 2 or 5 minutes. So I am talking about native speakers who share their daily life and hobbies on Instagram. And that is the best opportunity to see the language that is being used by native speakers. And just remember, learning a language is not only about learning the new words, phrases, or understanding grammar. It is about reading, hearing, and seeing words that you already know that many times that it will give you enough confidence to start using them yourself. So you may ask me, where do I start? How do I find those interesting Instagram accounts in Persian? Well, one of the tools you can use is hashtags. Just see what you're interested in, look it up in Persian, and then look for some hashtags on Instagram. For example, hashtag آشپزی, or hashtag safar, or hashtag kitab, and so on and so forth. But in this video, I am going to share a few Instagram accounts which I personally follow and use for my online classes and for my students, and which post daily content, which is very important. And they cover all kinds of topics from lifestyle to cooking, for example. So I'm sure you can find something interesting for yourself. And even if you can't find something exactly that you would really like, one of these accounts will be really a good starting point for finding more Iranian or Persian language accounts, because Instagram will understand that, okay, you're interested in Persian language accounts, so here are a few more, and it will recommend you more and more things and accounts to follow. So let's get started. Meet Hadis. She's an Iranian living in Baku, Azerbaijan, and she's making amazing, super easy desserts. And that was about the desserts at first when I started following her, but then I started watching her daily stories, and that was when I discovered what a gorgeous voice she has. And you may agree that it is pretty hard to find a native speaker on the internet that would speak slowly and clearly, and Hadis is one of them. So if you are getting little listening practice, then this is the right place for you to start. I believe every social network is full of inspirational accounts and inspirational content. Something that will help us get through this hard day and maybe even life. And Instagram is no exception. And of course, there are tons of inspirational Instagram accounts that would share some inspirational quotes or tips how to build a healthy relationship, or maybe ideas for planning your day and your life. So personally, I follow two accounts, Habit Mabit and Nabat, for this kind of stuff, and I regularly use some of their content for my students and use in my classes as well. The good thing about them is that they post on a daily basis, which means that you are going to get new content in Persian every single day. Another account that I feel can be helpful and fun is Jean Magazine. So they usually post a lot of fun stuff and stories and some jokes and posts. I would say that mostly women would relate to their content, and their posts really can be a good way to understand what it feels like to be a woman in Iran. Also, I really love the font they're using in their posts, because in most Persian textbooks they're teaching mostly the font that is used in textbooks, like in books or on the internet, but they're not teaching handwritten fonts. And these posts are a really good opportunity to learn how to read handwritten text as well, which will come in handy if you travel to Iran. The most efficient way to use Instagram for learning Persian is to follow some lifestyle bloggers. Why that? Well, we need to accept that most of us are a bit fuzul at heart, so we really want to know what is going on in other people's lives, right? So that is exactly what we need to get engaged with the content, with a blogger, with an Instagram account, and this is what we need to go back to this Instagram account every day and use it for our daily language practice. So want to understand what is happening in the life of your favorite blogger? Then read the caption. Here I'm introducing 3 Instagram bloggers who are sharing their daily life. Mohadese, aka Nietzsche, lives in Tehran with her husband. She makes cute accessories and learns English. And this is pretty much of what she's sharing on her Instagram. Unfortunately, the other 2 bloggers, Mahia and Niku, have very recently immigrated to other countries, so we won't see any Tehran daily life in their Instagrams anymore. But the good thing is that they are in a new country, and they are full of new emotions and making discoveries every day, and that is why they have become pretty much more active on Instagram, and you can really get daily updates on their life, and they really post a lot compared to what they used to when they lived in Tehran. So Niku posts on her stories in 2 languages, both in Persian and in English, which can also be quite useful for a language learner. So Mahia, aka Maya Danesh, goes to Fletcher School in the US right now, and Niku has moved to Vancouver, Canada with her husband and their dog, and continues teaching English. Tehran is an amazing place for exploring. It is full of historical and cultural sites, and there are always new restaurants and cafes open up, and there are just a ton of different art events going on in the city. During the recent years, exploring Tehran and walking around Tehran has become pretty popular, and I believe that Piyade has made a huge contribution in it. For years, the team of Piyade has been introducing cool new places around town, nice walking routes, and bringing up city-oriented issues that will help people who live in Tehran learn more about their own town and start to care for it. Food is something that connects all of us. Is there anyone who doesn't like food? Naval Ibrahimi is a popular Iranian food blogger who shares different recipes on his Instagram on a daily basis. This guy actually makes Iranian dishes look doable. But even if you don't have enough courage to prepare an Iranian dish, you can still find a lot of foreign cuisine like fast food or Italian food and recipes on his blog. By the way, if you're looking for a more categorized source of recipes, then I definitely recommend you to follow him on YouTube as well, because he has posted a lot of videos of different recipes in Persian and with English subtitles on YouTube. Psychology is becoming more and more popular in Iran. Especially young people are really concerned about their mental well-being, and some even go into therapy. So more and more often can you find psychological content on Instagram as well. So the one that I particularly like is that Me, which is actually an online therapy service, but they post a lot of useful content on the topic. They explain the basics in simple words. So just a few posts that they shared include how to build a healthy relationship with your partner, how to cope with the immigration, or how to say no. And this is, believe me, very relevant for Iranians. And the other account that I really want to introduce and recommend is Havin Hosseini, who is empowering girls and young women and crushes all the stereotypes about women in Iran. She even founded an online school for girls and young women, help them find their own way in life and flourish. And what's interesting about her is that she is also covering some taboo topics like period, for example. So you can learn some vocabulary that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So to wrap it up, I really hope that my recommendations will help you bring more authentic texts in your language practice, boost your language learning process, and definitely bring more consistency to your studies and much more fun. The only thing that I want to remind is that to become fluent in a language, you really need to make it a part of your life and a part of your daily routine, and this is, I think, the key to success. Thank you very much for watching this video up to the end. If you enjoyed it, please press the like button under the video. And if you have just any question about learning Persian or about the Persian language itself, please write them in the comment section and I will definitely answer them in the comments, or maybe even make a video out of it answering your question. Also, if you need help with learning Persian, if you need any guidance or maybe private tutoring, then I'm here to help. So use the contact information in the caption to book a class with me. And see you in the next video. Khodafez!